Bak Blok Talk Podcast.
This is the real Carolina. This is the real Carolina. Acting like y'all know where the real hustlers from. Birth both Franks, Ike and Kevin Childs. Even Nori had a Newport chain. I'm just saying, Biggie hustled on Bloodworth. Ass Hans, Chris Paul dribbled his first ball.
Yeah,
Clinton got his funk from. Where y'all think Michael Jordan got his dunks from?
we getting to episode 2 now.
Bitch, we on one.
Bak Blok Talk Podcast. Oh yeah, we back. Oh, y'all thought it was over? Oh, nah, we're gonna go ahead and stop that. Put a stop to that real quick. We got a lot of things to get into for the day. So I hope y'all ready and hope y'all prepared. We got a lot of real shit. We got a lot of sick shit. And we got some cool shit too that's going on. I wanna say Happy New Year to everybody as well. 2019. I hope this is gonna be you guys' best year ever. Whatever you're doing, whatever endeavor you're doing in life. So I definitely wanna wish everybody well and Happy New Year to everybody. And we're gonna get started. We got a couple things to talk about today. I don't know if we should get into the pop or we should get into matter of fact, let's get into the guy that attacked the lady, a black lady, at McDonald's. Let's get into that. I think that was in St. Petersburg, Florida, or somewhere down in Florida. Don't quote me on that, but I know it's definitely somewhere in Florida. But I don't understand, like, okay, first of all, you fighting over a straw. Like a straw. Take the top off and drink the drink. A straw? Really? And then you gonna grab a woman, then a black woman? You gonna grab her by her collar like she a young 12-year-old, 13-year-old punk or something that was talking shit? Really? I don't get it, man. And I think really it's more of a message. You might even been planted there. What we trying to do? Degrade black women now? That's the message that we putting out for our young men to follow? Because if it is, it's sickening. And I'm tired of it. And we won't stand for it no more. And when I say no more, I mean no more. We not gonna stand for no shit like that. We gonna get y'all out of here before y'all start trying to take this too far. Cause y'all don't really want it to get ugly. And when I say ugly, I mean ugly. You goddamn right. But yeah, and to come to find out, this cocksucker, he already on the run. They looking for him for a robbery. They get him on a robbery. Stupid motherfucker. You don't think there's old cameras everywhere, man? This is 2019. This is the year of the camera, the age of the camera, of recording, clout chasing era. You thought you was gonna get away with that, huh? You did, didn't you? You thought you was gonna be sitting around drinking you a Pabst Blue Ribbon, talking about, yeah, I yanked me old nigger bitch up today, huh? Nah, they got your stupid ass. We ain't going out like that. We ain't never going out like that. We gonna fight. You better believe that. Yeah, but anyway, they got him, so I hope they do him real good justice. Put him behind bars or something. I don't even really believe in the police justice system because how they do black people and how they shooting young black innocent men. So I don't even really believe in them, but shit, do whatever you gotta do. Burn his ass up. I think we all agree on that. If we all agree, let me get a gunshot. I figured that. Also, I heard a story. I don't know if y'all heard the story with the Tupac story. I know Gully TV brought it back to life with he talking to a guy named Dexter Isaacs, that's currently doing a life sentence. They also, I think there's a bill being passed that I think that he's gonna be getting time served, so I think he may be out in the next 5 years. Blessings to him. Hopefully that goes through. He also has a book. Can't think of the book right now because I didn't have that in the show, but we'll come back and I definitely promote that for him. But his name is Dexter Isaacs, so if you look him up on Instagram or YouTube, you can find out what book he's written, and that's out right now that you guys can go purchase. So when they was talking about the Tupac story, though, come to find out, did he really get shot 5 times? Was that all a lie? Was that clout chasing before the word clout chasing? Because I want to say clout. All that came from Chicago, and everybody adapted to it because of the internet. If we didn't have the internet, somebody in California wouldn't be saying clout, or people in New York wouldn't be saying clout. It'd just be a Chicago thing. You probably have a couple people, but the internet really spread out language, slang, ebonic, whatever term you was using. Because the only thing that used to be different in different hoods was slang, or just the way you dressed. Now it's the internet. It's like everybody dresses the same. Everybody's slang is the same. You might have a little that differed, but everybody done adapted one slang or another to add it to their repertoire. And that's why you have so many people. It's no real identity. I remember used to going back in the day, used to going to New York, and you could tell the difference between Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens. You could just tell how they was dressing. Where I was living in Virginia, you could tell a Virginia, a DC, and a Maryland nigga by how they dressed. Long tees, slouch socks, hobo gear, depending on what, I think they got all days now. That's Kurt Bone. I think that's what he's pushing right now. Y'all go support him, Washington DC's finest. And also go support Tony Lewis too while we talking about Washington DC. He's humanitarian for the disenfranchised, or the people that were thrown away. He's rooting for those people to bring them back to life, to help bring themselves back to life and be a positive force in society today. So we definitely want to applaud him and appreciate him for all the things that he's ever done. Definitely want to give a gunshot to him. But back to what I was saying. Shot 5 times. I don't know if he was shot 5 times. And it keep coming out. They said that before. So it's like, okay, you shot yourself. They was trying to hide that. Then they said he got shot in the head. Then they said it wasn't he didn't get shot in the head. He got pistol whipped. It's very fishy. But I could see that story being exaggerated for sales, clout, for lack of word, at the moment. I don't know. I just don't believe it. I don't believe that he got shot that many times, and I think it was something that they were using to sell records and to make themselves much more popular than they already was, which he really didn't even need that. And it just caused too much, and it was a spiral. I don't even want to get into the Tupac story. I just wanted to see if you guys believed that if he really got shot 5 times or not. Or what do you believe? Do you believe Dexter Isaacs, or do you believe Stretch's brother, R.I.P. Stretch, or R.I.P. Tupac, R.I.P. Biggie? Just what do you guys believe? You know what I mean? Because, I don't know. I wasn't there, or none of us were there. So the only thing we can really do is go by the people that say they were there, or the people that were there, actually. But yeah, we could get off that subject. I wanted to get into something else too. Entitlement. It's a lot of YouTubers out and bloggers and vloggers, whatever you. You go on their page and they act like they never had nothing in their whole life. I mean, literally, like they really had nothing in their whole life. I understand people trolling, saying things that's out of order, creating their own narrative through the chat or what have you. But at the end of the day, your video or whoever video that you're putting out, they're coming to listen to what you have to say. True that they look and read the chat and read the messages, but nobody really gives a damn about those. It seems like the people that are putting it out cares about those more than the other people, because everybody trolls, everybody's saying something. Obviously, if you don't want nobody to speak on what you're saying, don't allow comments. Don't allow anything like that. And I understand some people say, well, this is my platform. I control it the way I want to control it. You're right. But at the end of the day, it's not yours. I don't know if y'all heard me, but it's not yours. They're paying you for this. You know what I mean? They want to see all the comments. All the comments matter, no matter whether they're good or bad. They all matter. The good, the likes, and the dislikes matter. They're all a one combination, one like. It's not like, okay, it's a dislike, so I'm not going to get that. No, it's all really just one like. Take it how you want to believe what you want to believe. But we're not entitled to this. This is not our stuff. Let them say what they want to say. You can come on my channel. You can comment. I don't care. You can call me a bitch ass nigga. Whatever you want to say. I don't care. You could troll me all day if you want to. It doesn't make me no difference, because in my life, it's not going to pay my bills. My bills are due and they're paid and they're at zero balance. How many guys or females can say that their bills at zero balance? So you really think that I'm worrying about a comment? That's all they'll get from me. But yeah, you don't have to. Everybody kind of calm down, man. Like, don't take shit so sensitive, man. So the heart and everything. I know everybody is emotional creatures. We all emotional creatures. We all human. Everybody be like, oh, you so emotional, this and that. We all emotional. I don't matter how gangster you are or how pussy you are. The most gangster nigga is the most emotional nigga. I don't think you heard me. I said the most gangster nigga is the most emotional nigga. And that's a fact. I don't know if y'all believe that or not, but that is definitely a fact. So just, calm down. Let the people do what they want to do. Let them do what they're gonna do. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it's still if there's somebody laughing or whatever, it's still bringing light to you. They're talking about where was the comment? The comment was on your page. At the end of the day, your name will surpass any comment, like or dislike. But I just wanted to touch on that. Kind of get that out the way. I don't know if we want to get into sports a little bit. James Harden is acting stupid on the basketball court. He might be the best player in the NBA right now. LeBron James is the best player on the planet. Okay? Let me say that again. James Harden may be the best player in the NBA right now. LeBron James is the best player on the planet. It's guys that are nicer than guys that are in the NBA. Okay? When you're the best guy on the planet, there's nobody that can touch you on the NBA or not. And it's people that can't get in the NBA. People say, oh, well, he's in the NBA. He's not. It's a lot of politics. Everybody that doesn't make it in the NBA. There's a starting five that can be put together right now from this planet. And you can put a top five in the NBA. And they'll give them the run for their money or beat them. If LeBron is on the side of the people on the planet, the NBA is going to lose. You can let that sink in. We ain't gonna stay too long on sports, but I just want to touch on that. I am a LeBron fan, so I might be biased at times, but I'm gonna be honest. If LeBron's fucking up or not cracking up to what he be, then I'll say it. But we all know what he's done and what he's contributed. Sorry. So I always hear Carcino, always hear him hating on him and always bigging up Curry. So we're gonna have somebody up here that's gonna big up LeBron, and we're gonna big up everybody though. We're not gonna down Curry either, because Curry is also one of the best shooters ever to me. You know what I mean? He's on his way to be. Let's say that, to be, because he still hasn't. I haven't seen that Larry Bird. It's a lot of guys that I could really name, but I don't even really want to mix them in because y'all gonna kill me if I say it. But I say Larry Bird because Larry Bird is one of the greatest 3-point shooters ever that anybody's ever seen. Believe what you want to, white boy, black boy, Chinese, whatever it is. So we're gonna but yeah, like I said again, James, I want to salute James Harden. I want to salute LeBron James. I want to salute everybody that's doing a thing right now in all sports, NBA, and also shout out Tom Brady. I rock with Tom Brady. I know y'all might not like it, but I rock with Tom Brady because if you can beat the Feds and win a Super Bowl, you that nigga. If you can beat the Feds and win a Super Bowl, you are that nigga. So salute to them. Good luck to everybody that's on the road to a championship and on the road to greatness in life and whatever it is that you are doing. I wanted to get into the top 5 albums of 2018 since we're over 2018 and it is 2019. Everybody was giving their opinions before the year was up. I'm going to give my opinion now that the physical year is actually over. I got top 5 albums and I have top 5 impactful artists of 2018. Not in no order, but 2018 top 5 albums. I give Nipsey Hussle. That album was great. Victory Lap. That album was fantastic. He took his time on it. He executed the way he was supposed to execute it. He looked the whole. It's like he looked the whole game in a scope. Had the whole game in a scope, and he just had everything aligned, and then he just executed. And that's how you one shot, one kill. So I definitely want to salute him and congratulate him on a Grammy nomination album for Album of the Year. Also want to give for top 5 my number 2, and he's not in order. I might be saying 2, 3, 4, but I don't think I'm giving my order in order. 21 Savage. I am greater. What is it? I am greater than me. I am greater than 21. Oh, I am greater. I am greater than I was. I think he stepped up lyrically. I think he stepped up as a man. I think he's changing and evolving into something great. A lot of people get a lot of money and they self-destruct. I think he's one of those people that are going to last and surpass a lot of assumptions about him. I think he has a lot more in store that people don't think because of maybe the tattoos, the permanent goals. They might think that he's just a hood street nigga, but I think he's very intelligent. I think he's gonna shock the world later on. Kodak Black. This is also a big step up for him. Dying to Live. I think, like I said about 21, I think he's also evolving. I think he's coming to be a better man. I don't know any of these guys personally. I just go from what I see. I see a lot, read a lot, see from videos. You can portray a person for so long, but when everything is recorded and shit like that, you're gonna see some of the real true motherfucker. No matter what. Like motherfucker can't, especially like if you a street nigga, like you not good with following orders. Should I say. And so like you gonna stray from the curriculum every now and then, just being you. But I think Kodak Black is, I think that album is really great. I think that that's his best work, as well as Nipsey Hussle, as well as 21 Savage. I want to give also to Cardi B, because Cardi B came from being a stripper, popping that pussy, um, going back there in the champagne room, doing whatever. She said she ain't never sold no pussy. Okay, well, you sold some private dances. I was in that world. I know how that worked. And I know what that big bag is. So I do definitely give it to her, salute her for the change, for how she's evolved, turned it into a multi-million-dollar business entrepreneurial genius, just off swag alone. Off swag alone, she has it. She's a 10 off swag alone. So I definitely want to give that to her. Shout out to Cardi B. Meek Mill. Oh yeah, and Cardi B's album is called Invasion of Privacy. Meek Mill championships. I know it was the end. It was the fourth quarter, but it was a fucking bomb. You hear me? I mean, when I say a bomb, I mean like he didn't bomb. He didn't fuck up. He didn't fail. He set this motherfucker on fire. You hear me? Probably some of the best work of any artist to me in the last 2-3 years. Far as street records, I'm into R&B. I came up on the R&B, but I'm also a very, very heavy hip hop head and realistic rap and truth. And the truth that he's conveying is motivational, it's inspirational. And all I can say is it's also his best work, best album by far. And I also want to give I know that's 5, but I want to put Travis Scott in there, because not even about the numbers, because the numbers was with the shoes, so I can't. But it's still a sale. It's still like, however it may be, however they packaged it up. But a lot of people is really fucking with this shit. Like, and then the song he did with Drake is probably one of the biggest songs of the year, behind In My Feelings. Now, I'm not looking at the statistics in front of me, but from what I judge from the people, that's what they love. That's all I hear. That's all I see on Instagram. That's the quotes that's been used since this came out. So I want to give a shout out to Travis Scott as well for the Astro World, and congrats on him for the #1 album. #1 album for Meek. #1 album for Kodak Black. #1 album for 21 Savage. Should have been a #1 album for Nipsey Hussle, but he's still kind of new to certain artists. I mean, to certain audiences. A lot of people know about him, but a lot of people don't. The people that probably matter for that. So I definitely want to give a shout out to Nipsey Hussle with that. You are that nigga. Shout out to you, bro. Top 5 impactful artists that everybody's been jamming or listening to, or you know what I mean, just some of the hottest right now. I have to say, #1 after this, and I put these artists together, so this is like not my #1 together. Little Baby and Gunna. I say that because when I think of Gunna, I think of Lil Baby. When I think of Lil Baby, I think of Gunna. Even though a lot of people didn't, well, I ain't gonna say a lot of people. Some certain people that have uh, platforms said, was saying about Gutter and I mean not Gutter, but Gunna and Lil Baby that they didn't like their project. I thought Drip Too Hard too. I thought it was actually really good. I didn't like every song. Um, Honestly, it's like 5 songs that I listen to with replay value over and over and over again. Every time I listen to them. So definitely shout out to them. Um, I'm gonna have to say Travis Scott again. And when I say Travis Scott, because he's breaking records. He got the hottest bitch in the game wearing his chain. That's right, Travis. So shout out to Travis and shout out to Kylie Jenner and their baby. He just got it right now with that. It's just like his girl is probably making him more impactful than he would be alone. I don't know if I'm wrong to say that, but from the outside looking in, that's what it seems. So I still have to give it to Travis Scott and Kylie Jenner. I'm sorry. So just like I made Gunna and Little Baby duo one, I'm gonna make Travis Scott and Kylie Jenner a duo one, and she's also a billionaire, about to be a billionaire. So shout out to you for your makeup line or your eye line or lipstick line or whatever it is. I'm not sure. I'm not a girl, so shout out to you. I do know it's doing numbers though, so definitely shout out to getting that fucking bread. You hear me? I'm gonna have to say Drake. In My Feelings was like an explosion. Everybody loved that record. I don't even think they knew what they had with that record. They knew it was a good record, a cool record, a strip club record. That record ended up being probably the biggest record besides God's Plan, which was also a great video, very impactful. That's one of the real reasons that I have to give him one of the impactful artists of the year. Juice WRLD with the Lucid Dreams. It was kind of like, I ain't gonna say he came out of nowhere, but I don't think nobody expected for that to do so well and to catch the eyes and the ears that it caught. It was a no-brainer for the fans and people who like that type of music. I actually enjoy it as well. He did a joint album with Future, World on Drugs, if I'm not mistaken. Just going off the top of my head, don't quote me on that, but Future and him also did a collab project. That is for sure. So I have to give it to him because everybody knows about him if you were in a certain age bracket from 30 or maybe 30 down. You know what I mean? That if you listen to music. And he also dethroned Post Malone and Ty Dolla $ign for the #1 spot. And last, I'm gonna have to also give it to Meek Mill again as well for impactful artist. The way he went to jail, handled it. He didn't put the blame on everyone. He took blame first. That's what I respect about Meek Mill. He owned up to what he's done, even though it was minor, minuscule, what have you. He still held it like a man, like a gentleman with honor. And I have to take my hats off and salute him and salute the whole Philadelphia for taking the charge and the leadership that you guys have in Tifi Bay. I have to do nothing but salute you guys. I think his brother just came home. It's from the feds. Salute to you, brother, as well. Salute to y'all whole organization, the whole Do for Self. Nizzy Straws. I think he's still getting well. Get well. Blessings to you and your whole family and your whole organization. Everybody that you know and you love, I salute and love as well. I don't know if y'all seen this, but Surviving Rkelly. I don't know what's wrong with Rkelly, but he need to get his shit together. He probably needs for someone to put him in a scope we're gonna leave that to where we left at. All right, but I just couldn't believe it, man. It's a 3-part. First, I think it's a 3-part series. The second part, I think it comes on tonight. I'm gonna watch it. I watched the first part last night. I'm sick. First of all, I'm it's fucking ridiculous, and I just don't fucking get it. Like, I blame him. I blame everybody that was around. The one guy said he knew that he was going to schools picking up little girls. You not gonna say nothing? The brother was also molested, so he had whatever he had going on. So I can't even put him into it. The girl that is up there that's telling a lot of the story, your friend is the one who told you better go, and if you don't go or if you don't call, I'm gonna call for you. The manager or whoever it was saying he forged information, or the uncle, whoever it was, forwarding information saying that that Aaliyah was older than what she was to get married. Nobody sees the problem to this. Nobody thinks that none of these people deserve headshots. I do. Everybody's to blame. Everybody's to blame. Rkelly is mostly to blame because he's the spearhead. He was the money behind everybody's will to move around. But everybody knew, and you're so scared and you so want this position so bad, and that you would allow a grown-ass man to sleep with a little kid. They was on a bus and they playing games and they run into the room. Rkelly's having sex with Aaliyah. It's fucking ridiculous. It's fucking disgusting. The girl's 14, 15 years old. You're fucking 25, 27 years old. This shit don't make no sense. I'm tired of just because a person is good at something and people praise him for one thing, but you do this and they still let you go. I'm not with that shit. I'm not with it. Even if Bill Cosby, if he did it, burn his ass up, I don't give a fuck. I'm not with none of that. You're not gonna do nothing to no kids, no little girls or nothing. If it's my family, my little my niece or my daughter, or I don't even have a daughter, but someone in my family, I do have a niece, I have a mother, I have a sister. Do you know if one of those happened to him, do you know what would happen? And there wouldn't be nothing else to say. I mean, nothing else to say. That's all we will be talking about. That's it. What else will we have to talk about? But I think it's time for us to probably get Rkelly the fuck out of here. For too long, just because you made I Believe I Can Fly and songs from Michael Jackson and all this shit, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. We gonna take those songs and we gonna do you like record labels. We gonna 360 your shit. We just gonna play it just to get the money for the residual to come in. And we gonna let your ass go to the wayside. You hear me? We not showing no more love to no pedophiles. No nothing. None of that shit. We not honoring none of that. None of it. Cause I'm gonna be honest with you. I told you this before. I don't believe in jail. I don't believe in the judicial system. I don't. But that nigga, do whatever you gotta do with him, and I support it. If you're out there and someone is doing this to you and you don't want to talk, or you don't want to go to the police, or you're scared or you're afraid, you got somebody to talk to. You can email me at bakblocktalkpodcast@gmail.com and let me know, and maybe we'll talk about it, and or maybe not. If you don't ever want to talk about it, we don't ever have to talk about it. We can keep it in private, and I can do the best I can pray with you, or whatever may have you. Just know that you have someone out here. Nobody's alone. Nobody's alone, and everybody should have at least one person that they can call or reach out to. And I just want to let anybody know that if you feel like you are alone and you don't have anybody in the world, that you can reach out to me and I will respond. That's a fact, and that's love. I want to say thank you for listening to me for another podcast. This is our second episode. We will be back for a third episode. I'm excited. I don't know if you could tell by my voice or not. We have a lot of things coming. We're working on this podcast every day, trying to make it better, do whatever we have to do. We don't have any backing. We are totally independent. And I just want to say thank you for anyone who is listening, anyone who comments. Also follow me on Bak Blok Talk Podcast. That's BAKBLOK Podcast on Instagram. Follow me, leave a message, I'll follow you back. Everybody that follows me, I text them and let them know thank you for the follow. It's all love, blessings. But I just want to tell y'all Happy New Year once again. Whatever you do, do it the best. Make sure y'all have a good week. We will be back next week. We don't have a particular day to drop, so we may drop twice a week. We may drop 3 times a week. We may drop once a week on certain weeks. And then we're going to incorporate, like I said, we're also going to incorporate callers to call in. If you want to email at Bak Blok Talk Podcast about any subject that you want us to talk about. And, we'll bust it down, break it down, get into it. All right, until then, take it with a grain of salt or make it food for thought. Y'all holla at your boy.